Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. This video is going to be about why some narcissistic people are so competitive. People in general can be competitive. Not everybody is, not everybody isn't. There is healthy competition where people strive to do better within themselves, strive to achieve more for themselves, but they do not put others down along the way. They try to lift people up, they try to help other people out, but they recognize their competition. They don't try to destroy their competition, they just look for ways of doing better for themselves while leaving their competition to do what their competition wants to do. And then there is unhealthy competition, where people create competition to win, where people try to destroy their competition, where people try to hurt other people to do better for themselves. Unhealthy competition is where someone strives to win at all costs to others. However, when it comes to narcissistic people, they will destroy other people to win, yet they will find a way to place the blame onto the other person so that they don't have to take responsibility for what they've done to the other person. The competitiveness within a narcissist is usually down to their own individual narcissist insecurities, where they are striving to be better than others, to feel better about themselves. It says nothing about the other person. It says more about who that individual narcissist is than the person the narcissist is creating the competition with. Narcissists seek to be as good as, if not better than, all those around them. Narcissistic people tend to have that sense of superiority, so they feel a need to defeat others to feel superior to others, to defeat others, to feel powerful against others, to defeat others, to be in control of others. When what they're really telling themselves is they're that out of control themselves, they've got to try and control other people to regain control over themselves, to gain that sense of superiority. A narcissist will create competition to win. They will create conflict to win. You can be in a competition with a narcissist that you know absolutely nothing about. You can be a young teenager in the UK that has a black box in your car because you've just passed your driving test and you want to keep your insurance pretty low, meaning you cannot break the speed limit whatsoever. Then you can have a narcissistic friend, a narcissistic parent, a narcissistic grandparent, a narcissistic relative, a narcissistic co-worker who hasn't got that black box in their car, and you're going to the same venue and they're going to be speeding past you at every given opportunity, and they're going to be doing all they can to entice you into a race. And no matter how much you do not take part to that narcissist, you're the one that's trying to race them. You're the one that's trying to beat them. They're not interested in the fact that you're not trying to race. They're not interested in the fact that you're not going above the speed limit. They're not interested in respecting their law. They're interested in creating a competition so that they can feel like their driving skills are better than yours. And you will not even know that you're in this competition. A narcissist will always have to walk 1 or 2 steps ahead of you. They'll always have to run 1 or 2 steps ahead of you because they're creating that competition within their own mindset to win so that they can feel superior, so that they can feel better. Now, you can have people that might walk 1, 2 steps ahead as almost an instinctive protection mode, like parents who might put their children on the inside of themselves so that when they're walking along a footpath, there's the child, the parent, and then the traffic to protect the child. So you can have people that might walk 1, 2 steps ahead, but it's in an instinctive protective mode. They would turn around and check that you're okay, apologise for walking too fast, make sure everything's okay, make sure it's a pace you're comfortable with. Narcissistic people are going to walk 1-2 steps ahead of you and then turn around and say, hurry up, slow coach, come on, keep up, what's your problem? Some will even walk that far ahead, hide, watch you looking for them, and then when they come out and claim that they've found you, they've rescued you, and you should be grateful because you lost them and they've managed to find you. Some narcissists will do all they can to create a competition you don't even know you're entering into. So the first you hear is when they come at you and claim that they did better than you at something you didn't even know you were doing. Narcissists tend to feel incredibly entitled to have things their own way. So if things aren't going their own way, they're going to create that competition to get things their own way. They are usually very envious people. They have very strong feelings of discontentment towards other people's looks, other people's look, other people's worth ethics, other people's possessions, other people's families, whatever it is that the narcissist perceives that they haven't got. So if a narcissist can see a happy family unit and the narcissist hasn't got that happy family unit, they will seek to destroy that family unit for the other person. There's not all, but there are quite a few narcissistic people that will always go after married people. Again, if that married person is willing to cheat on their spouse, then that married person, the narcissist hasn't really got the family unit they wanted. They've got someone who is also willing to cheat on another person. The narcissist creates a competition within their own mind of why should they have what I haven't got, and they seek to destroy it for the other person. And if you're the one who was left by a spouse who went to a narcissistic person, that narcissistic person did you a favour because you didn't have the family unit you believed you had. You had someone that would easily walk away from you with the right attention from another person. So that's freed you into finding someone who respects you for who you are, into finding yourself first and foremost. It's all about how we look at things as to what emotions they're going to trigger within us and how we can strive to create a better life for ourselves. Things are painful at times and we have to deal with that pain, but we have to find ways that work for us to move forward. Narcissistic people lack empathy, so they can create competitions that hurt other people because they lack the compassion to care for how their behaviour hurts other people. They get a kick, a smugness out of getting one over on somebody else, out of creating that competition that the other person knew nothing about. Narcissists seek to destroy. They seek to create competition that people know nothing about. You can have a manager of a sports team that's got their own player playing, their own child playing for that sports team, and because another child is doing better than their child, the narcissist doesn't recognise how they can help their child improve. They seek to punish the other child. So they might set up a game where the narcissist can humiliate the child that the narcissist perceives is doing better than their own. So they can do a simple game such as wheelbarrow, where they've got one child being in that position and another child holding the legs and running around as a form of exercise. Yet, as a form of punishment, the narcissist might take hold of the legs of the child that did better than their own and drag them around, causing burns to the child's chest, yet passing it off as a bit of a fun, bit of a joke. No one else recognises this. The other people on the team will be laughing away merrily, not realising that the child the narcissist has targeted is in pain. The child the narcissist has targeted, they have done to humiliate in front of others, to feel better about themselves, about a competition that child knows nothing about. Children can ask a narcissist an innocent question such as, why do you only have one car? because their parents, that child's parents, have too. And a narcissist will find something that they have that's more, such as, why do you only have 2 bedrooms when we've got 5? And the narcissist can be talking to a 2-3-year-old child, but the narcissist turns it into a competition. They don't understand the inquisitiveness of a child. They believe that the child is trying to get one over on them, so the narcissist has to try and take the child down any way they can. They will put people down over the clothing that other people wear to validate their own insecurities. They will gossip about other people. They will invalidate other people. Someone might be travelling and they'll be, oh, what do they want to visit that country for? That's a load of rubbish. Or someone might be looking for a new career and they'll be telling them that they're incapable. What would you want to do that for? Don't think that's for you, really, because they're envious. They don't want to see that person do well. They can do it in a format where they're seemingly helping. How do you think you'll manage to do this? Do you really think, I'm only trying to protect your feelings, so they can stop you doing something by seemingly helping you when what they're doing is distracting you, to sabotage you, so that they can keep their sense of superiority over you. Special occasions are a competition to be won with narcissistic people, whether that is to throw the biggest, most lavish special occasion possible, and not for the person they're throwing the occasion for eternal gratitude, for attention, for praise, for recognition, to beat the neighbour, to be better than a sibling, to do all they can to win another person. Or if they can't do it in that way, they will seek to sabotage other people's special occasions to feel better about themselves. They will buy a house that beats the house that their sibling got. They will buy a car that perhaps they can't afford to run, that will just sit on the drive. Or maybe they can afford to run it, but they don't want to. They will make the front of the house look the best on the street, even though the inside is falling apart, which is a bit like a narcissist. They will sell themselves to whoever they're trying to impress. They will put on a different persona. They will change themselves to suit the person they're trying to impress, to hide that on the inside they are falling to pieces. And they will try and create competition to win, to help heal their missing pieces. There's no teamwork with a narcissist. There's no I in team. There's one hidden in the a-hole, and there are 3 in narcissistic. There's very little teamwork with narcissistic people. They will sabotage others within the team. They have to take charge of the team, or if they cannot take charge, they will sit back and underhandedly destroy it for the person who is in charge. Whatever it is a narcissist is creating a competition with, it is them telling themselves that they are not enough by creating competition to get better of another person so that they can feel enough within themselves. When dealing with someone who's always making everything into a competition, recognise that that is who they are as a person. If they want to create a competition and win it and it's not causing you harm, leave them to it. Let them feel better about themselves. You cannot help them. You cannot explain to them how their behaviour is affecting themselves or affecting those around them. People have to recognise their own behaviour to change their own behaviour. When it comes to narcissistic people, the best approach is to walk away and no longer play, because they will continuously create competition for themselves to win, and in order to win they are going to make you lose at each and every turn. No matter what you try and do, they're going to make you lose. They always have to be right, meaning they are always going to make you out to be in the wrong, which is a very hurtful, very confusing place to live. If you cannot go no contact, it's limited contact, low contact and grey rock. If anyone has any thoughts on this video, please do add those into the comments. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support with the channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. The channel is all about narcissism. To give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with in your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, then please do subscribe. If you're looking for further information and help and support overcoming a narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and the teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.